It is a good day, but technically this is more not really. It's not really a good day. It's more like a suffering day.
It does suck, but you know.
It's technically not really a good day. It's more of like a suffering day. To some, it's a good day because they get peace, while for others, they have to deal with suffering or heartbreak. You could kind of say it's like similar, like to like someone like dying and like all that other stuff, but instead it's more of like you have disappointment that people in the Smash community have actually done this. My this my problem with this whole like I don't like that they did this in the first place. I really don't. I didn't like that
Nobody
Nairo
does.
did it. I don't like it that D1 did it. There's just so much dirt that I just don't like. Me personally, I feel like that there's more dirts, but that's still being kept a secret. It really is. I
Well,
feel like I feel it. I feel that way, cause I feel seriously. I have myself. I have a gut feeling about what's his face. I forgot fatality. I don't know. It's just something's not right. I feel like he's a little bit of a hypocrite, if not probably virtue signaling. But I do know someone who's a girl who does virtue signal because you never hear her at all, right? You never hear her at
yeah.
all. But when it comes to like people who have been sexually assaulted or whatever, she always then comes on for the Smash community, and it's like, oh, I'm
True.
here for you. It's like you were never here in the first place. In my personal opinion, from all this that's going on with Zero and with Nairo and whatever, I feel like the Smash community is gonna change. It's definitely
Oh yeah.
it's going to be changed, but it's not gonna be the same. And I think it's gonna be like a very big scar. I compare it to how like the Pokemon community changed after all with the King Nappy situation, but
Oh,
it was different afterwards. Basically, a lot how from what I've seen, a lot of people who did Let's Plays and whatever, they're not really getting as much views and whatnot as normal. Probably like now since it's in the middle of 2020, that's a little bit better. But back then, it was a lot more rougher and it was harder. And
uh,
then you have people who were victims of like Nappy and of Nathan who were outed actually of basically being sleazebags. The girl Attack on Sylveon, she was basically a bitch. She was being like a total B. Like there was her significant other. She told the person that because he was not he. Well, technically, it's weird. They said that he was assaulted or like they were assaulted, and she's like slapped on the back. It happens to the best of us. Even though she experienced that herself, and and when someone has their story of their own, she would try to make it as to put herself in there to make her feel like it matters. It was all a messed up situation, and like this all happened before with all the Smash community being outed and stuff. It hurts seeing Nairo actually doing these things. It hurts seeing D1, Keitaro, Zero, Senpai. No one really cares because
yeah.
literally Puppey almost wanted to KMS, and like
Hmm.
people had to reach out to him. That's how scarring it was for him.
Hmm.
Like it was bad. It was bad in that situation. So with Senpai, I technically have no remorse because like if you driven a victim to the point of suicide because of that much scarring, then you've done way more to the extreme, way more. You know, like it was like a big bruh moment. I just wish the Smash community just, you know, is more safe. I wish that's every community overall. I just feel like I wish everyone is more safe because there's a lot of worrying about basically getting mugged or getting murdered or worse all around. And I like the implementations that they had, that a lot of the organizations have for like the Smash tournaments. Minors have to bring their parents. No alcoholic beverages within the venue. I agree to that, except the first one, because I feel like minors should be banned from tournaments, period. And it's not because of what's been going around recently. I've been having this opinion for quite some time. Because ever since the EVO 2018 with Lima and Zach, that they were just being
Oh, I know.
childish.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then plus seeing some literal teenagers just being like legit just pissy. And it's like, come on, just be mature. It's just, they just shouldn't be competing, period. Shouldn't you like focus on school or something?
Right.
Yeah, like, and shouldn't you know you shouldn't be hanging out with strangers? But my stance for banning minors has always been implemented for so long. We're literally for a year. It's going to be a year almost, actually. For that long. And it's like, it's with that ban, it's not only a little bit healthier for the community, but the minors themselves will be much safer. When it comes in terms to online, they could enter online tournaments because you're not going to be there physically. So you're a little bit more safer in that regard. It's just really, I just really don't know what to do. I just know the Smash community is going to be different. It really is going to be different. Many people are going to leave, and a lot of people are even though I don't agree on this, and I feel like everyone should rebuild in their own way. But if they leave, then that's their choice. There's always going to be someone that will rebuild for the better.
True.
I just wish the Smash community for the best. I wish the FGC community for the best because of all the stuff that's what happened with the CEO and Evo, and then there was a Twitlonger with a player who plays BB Tag and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So all this is going around. It's basically like the Me Too movement version 2.0, but in like the gaming scene. But I feel like this one is more people are actual victims because with the first Me Too movement, there were quite a few who made false allegations, while with the other one I haven't seen any false allegations. Probably like the rare one, but it was pretty rare. But I for this rant, I can't really say it to words. It's just so much, and then you just try to put everything together while also being sad that your favorite players that you respected and were fans of just did these things. I first felt that way with Nappy. I was a fan of Nappy, and then he turns out he was manipulative and he groomed someone. And it's like, oh my god. And I was preparing to leave for Florida that day, too.
Yeah.
And I was like, Persona. Persona. I just wish, I want Smash to be better. I know a lot of the local scenes, like the very obscure local scenes, they're a lot more safer, and they're a lot more together. Like, the San Marcos, a Smash community, we're all homies. We are all homies. If there was something that's going on that's like toxic, it gets done because we're like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? What? And like, I feel like more people should do that. And there are some organizations that also have tip boxes, so if there's something going on, they could put it in. My worry is that what if there's someone that's looking at it and they just choose it to pass along to the other side? That's what I'm worried about with that. So you have to leave it to someone who's actually reliable. So there has to be a form of trust right there. It really is. What else do you have to say about the Smash community?
Well, honestly, it's just like, back then in the day when we were still in school, whatever, we would be like, oh man, I wonder who's gonna win this tournament, Zero, or is it gonna be M2K, or is it gonna be Narrow, And it's like, I like those guys, and it's a shame that all
You,
this stuff happened. It is a big shame, but I am glad that it happened because it's good to be like it'll be like, oh, some things are better off not knowing about, but it's like this kind of stuff you kind of should you kind of need to know.
that's
It's
true.
like some of them were like pedophiles and stuff like that. And it's like I don't want to be
Actually,
supporting.
correction.
Like I don't want to be like blind about
Correction.
it.
Correction. Ahebophiles. Ahebophiles are predators for teenagers, by the way.
Yeah, that hebephiles is like I'm blindly supporting some dude who's actually a hebephile and all that stuff. It's like me being like, yeah, Kaguya Luna, and then next thing you know, it turns out she has murdered like 15 people and like gotten away with it. Like it's like
when Kaguya Luna murders 15 people and got away
yeah,
with
it's
it.
like hold up, that's kind of bad.
Kind of cringy. It's kind of cringy. Though, I do wish a lot of them would feel better. Besides Senpai and, my personal opinion, Keitaro. Because I think because he got beef into EE and Sky's house. Sky Williams' house. And EE was like, at least I don't screw with little kids. And it's like, bro.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
And it's like, I don't think I can forgive them, because with Senpai's case specifically, because this one actually happened and I saw it, like Pape almost wanted to like kill himself, which isn't right. I mean, I want to, but at least I have people that like came to me, and like there were people that came to him too, But like honestly, just like one, I just wish they get help. Specifically D1, like, just don't have him touch alcohol, period.
True, because apparently he gets complete memory loss.
It can happen. It can happen. It just depends on how much alcohol consumption you have. And different people act differently with alcohol. Like, my cousin is like a jokester. She always makes jokes when she's drunk. We call her, she's a happy drunk. There we go. There are different, like my brother, when he got drunk, he was like a lovey-dovey. Whenever he would come home drunk, he'd be like, "Mom, I love you, Mom," and all that. And I just feel like people who know that they get a little bit wild with alcohol, they just shouldn't drink for the safety of others. And I feel like removing alcohol from the venue is perfect. I also wish that they ban parties, or try to kind of make the idea like, don't throw these parties, just don't do these things, because a lot of things happen when these parties go on. Unless if it was Etika, may he rest in peace. His parties, he made sure everyone is having a fun time and nothing goes around. And his wise words he says on stream are still applied to this day, which is scary.
Dang.
I had phlegm, sorry.
You're like,
So, remember Smash community, because I'm actually recording this. By the words of Philip DeFranco, even though he is sometimes, I consider it, a little bit biased in some of his news. Don't be stupid. Literally, if you get drunk literally just go the other way. Dudes and ladies, if you are literally